Alrighty, so we got the card in, running. Heaven, it's been running for, it's got to have been over an hour by now. It's been running for a long time. Stock speeds, by the way, and our max temp is right here, if I can get the camera to turn smoothly. Our max temps right here, we're looking at 63 for the GPU. That is also with the fan, I believe, is not running at 100% right now. Because it runs off of the CPU, obviously temp, and as we can see with what Heaven does, it only kind of really maxes out one core. Even though the temps say like 60s and 50s here, it still won't trigger the fan to turn on because it's only using one core for some weird reason. When I'm gaming, that's a different story. As soon as the CPU hits above, like, I think I have it set to hit above 45, it'll turn the fan for the GPU up to about 100%, and I like it like that because basically, if my CPU is getting stressed in that type of scenario where it's hitting 45 to 60 degrees, that means I'm gaming. And if I'm gaming, I would like the GPU's fan to be at 100%. Now, even at 100%, it's still a hell of a lot quieter. If you guys want to know what I was dealing with, I was going to do before and after, but there was no point. Go ahead and turn your GPU fan up to 100%. And that's basically what I was dealing with. My the 980 Ti by Gigabyte, the WindForce one, it would shoot up to about 80 to 84 degrees C. And it was about 82 degrees, not overclocked. Stock speeds, 82 degrees at like 85% fan speed, 80% fan speed. So it's just noisy as hell. And then under overclock, about 1400 megahertz is what I would usually push it to, 1450. It would be at like 85 degrees and at like 88% fan speed. So super noisy. So now that's what the system sounds like. As we can see, it's running over here. It's been running the whole time. I'm pretty sure you guys probably can't even hear it. You probably hear the washer and dryer in the background because doing laundry. So anyways, we're going to go ahead and overclock it and see what our temps are at overclock. I'm going to go manually turn the fan up to 100% in the BIOS, and we'll come back and see what my overclock is and see what my temp is. So here's the before and after scores of the overclock and the stock speed that it was boosting to, which was like 13 something. So the boost has dropped a little bit here from what it was at 1519, dropped down to 1506, but I can't push it up anymore on the core clock because when I do, it'll randomly boost itself up to like 1520 or 1530, which will cause itself to crash. So basically I had it up to like 1560, but it was like 100% unstable at that. It wasn't crashing completely, but it would definitely have random freezes and lockups, and you could just tell that it was not stable. It's been running like this for a while now, stable, and then I ran the benchmark to basically just have it run even longer. Like I said, I don't know why it dropped down to 1506. It was at 1519 for the longest time, 1520 even at some parts, and then randomly just dropped to 1507 about 3 or 4 minutes ago. I don't know. So either way, that's what the score is, and as we can see here in my overclock settings, let's go ahead and look up. So I have plus 20 on the core voltage. Now I even had the core voltage maxed out, continuing just basically trying to push the card to literally as high as I could put it. It runs just fine at 1520, 1530. The only problem I have is it'll randomly boost itself above that 1530 mark, and when it does that, it causes itself to crash. So basically I have to drop it to where it only randomly boosts itself, you know, to 1520, 1530, but then it will always usually stay around 1506 to 1519. So good enough. Over 1500 megahertz, I'm fine with that. Plus 250, effective 500 on the memory, so it's about 7500-ish right now, which is nice. Generally, I don't usually get that high on my memory. I'm surprised. I don't know why it went higher than usual, but usually I'd be lucky to get 100. That's just my specific card. Doesn't like to overclock on the memory that well. But it's letting me run plus 250. Obviously, I'm going to do a little bit more testing. It's been running Valley total for about probably 2 hours straight now, this card. We hit a max temp of 67 degrees, but that's also because the max temperature of my room has gotten significantly hotter. Because I've been running this computer here for like 2 hours straight now, and I had my door shut because of noise, so it's gotten significantly hotter here in the room, so I might end up turning my AC on. It's pretty rough. So anyways, that's the overclock and stuff, and the temperatures after doing this. Now the main reason why I wanted to do this was because I've been really antsy to upgrade to a GTX 1080 Ti. I've been seeing them all over the place. I wanted one, so I was like, you know what? Let's see if I can get my max amount out of this and kind of see if that makes me feel the need to upgrade, just as you know, as much as it is. I think one of the main problems I had was the noise. So obviously now the noise is gone. That's about as loud as the computer is going to get now, which is a hell of a lot quieter than it was before. Obviously it's still, you can still hear it, but the noise I was dealing with before was just too ridiculous. And then on top of it, the graphics card pushing off air that was in like the 90s, 80s and 90s. It was really hot. Now it's only pushing off the 60s. Granted, my computer's still pushing out all the hot air that's coming off of the GPU itself, which is still pretty hot. A lot of people don't know you can do this in Valley and in Heaven. You can you can't walk upstairs for some reason. They haven't, I don't know what's going on with that. It won't let me walk upstairs. But you can free walk. So anyways, basically we're just going to go through my feelings on this. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. My feelings on it, and if I think it was worth it. Now, I paid $25 for the Kraken, I believe, the G10, which is the little bracket for the water cooler. I paid $30 for the H55, and I think a total of like $15 or $20 for all the little chipset heat sinks in there. So yeah, I think it was pretty worth it. It's definitely a hell of a lot quieter. I do like it. My temps are definitely a lot lower. I'm also running the card a lot higher clock speed, which is also helpful. It's nice. You know what, this always pisses me off in benchmarks, that little spot right there. Right there. And this one. Oh, why didn't they just fill them in? Okay, anyway, sorry. So it's definitely nice in that regard. There's a bench here. But I definitely still do want a 1080 Ti. But I will say it is nice for the fact that games that I was running before at like getting so close to the 144 or at least the over 100 mark, like games like GTA, I want over 100 frames. And then games like Overwatch, I would love to get closer to the 144 of my monitor's refresh rate. And I'm not gonna lower settings because that's not the kind of person I am. Just so don't even suggest it. You guys speak nonsense if you're gonna tell me to lower my settings. So it's definitely nice to get closer to that. So we'll hop over into a game and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. So one of the huge pluses about this is I don't have to use Gigabyte's software. Their software was really annoying to me. I hated it, but I had to use it in order to turn the LED off, the annoying LED. That comes with the card. It shows blue by default. Obviously I have a white and black rig, so that's not going to work. And the white LED that they had that you could select to turn on looked blue. So I don't know what it was. I actually mentioned that in my review, how stupid and annoyed I was about that, because kind of wanted a white LED, but that's why my computer has no LEDs now. So having it pulling the cooler off got rid of that LED, which meant I was able to get rid of OC Guru, their overclocking software. I've also noticed the MSI Afterburner. I've been able to get a higher, more stable, more consistent overclock as well. So that's another plus as well. So my settings in this game, as we can see here, Ultra, 100, Epic, basically as high as it can go except for FXAA. Obviously I put down low because I'm at 1440p. There's no need to really use that, but I just keep it on low just for the hell of it. So as you guys can see at my frame rate at the top, if I go ahead and direct you guys to it, we're definitely hitting a lot closer to the 144 mark, and that's kind of what I really wanted. We get dips down into like the 110s, 120 area, but for the most part it stays pretty consistent, close enough to the 144 to where I feel happy that I'm getting that. So that definitely has held off me wanting to completely upgrade, because I'm getting, you know, that high of a frame rate, which is good enough for me at like the max settings. So I'm okay with it, but at the same time, yeah, I still want the 1080. Get fucked, Tracer. Learn how to fucking Tracer. Sorry, that Tracer just got wrecked. You guys didn't see that. I wish it was zoomed out. Oh god, I'm getting shot. So the frame rate's going all crazy. There we go. So yeah, I'm happy with it for that. But at the same time, I would definitely oh, I don't know what's going on with my mouse. It keeps coming off. Come here, Lucio. Nope. Okay. I don't know. We'll see how I feel in the next month or two. But for now, I'm content with getting, you know, the close to that 144. I'm okay with it. So I haven't felt the need to upgrade yet. But that's my video on it, you guys. Was water cooling my GPU worth it? Definitely. The noise is no longer pissing me off, and the extra frame rates from being able to overclock higher definitely helps out a lot. So I'll be uploading more, don't worry, I got a handful of more videos in the pipeline. This was just a quick one I threw together for you guys today. Anyways, this is Steven with All Talk On. I'll catch you guys later.